Hey there, brothers. I want to share something with you that is the number one thing that makes you unattractive. Let's cut right to it. Brother, it's neediness. But it's not the neediness you may think of at first. You may think, oh, but I have a good job and I pay the bills and, I keep the lawn mowed and I do all these great things. I'm not a needy man. I provide so much. Oh? Well, let's talk about something called covert contracts. That means when you mowed the lawn, you went in the house and expected that maybe she vacuumed the floor and made you dinner. That means when you paid the bills and made sure that the lights were on, you expected to be greeted warmly when you came in the door. Or maybe because you were nice all day, you expected she'd give you sex that night. Your neediness can come off in ways that are only getting picked up by the sixth sense, which women have strongly. They feel that. And brother, you can be one sexy motherfucker of a man, and that doesn't mean you deserve anything. To say, because I've done this, then she should do that, that is neediness. Now, when it reaches a point in a relationship where the pain has finally got to the point where you're willing to take a second look at things, that, brother, is when you are in a position to finally grow, to address old mindsets and ways of thinking that are no longer serving you. I was in the gym yesterday, and today my chest feels like it was kicked by a horse. So the element of pain is quite apparent in my body today. So what are some points of pain that have brought around aspects of your relationship that are pissing you off, frustrating you, or you feel like you deserve some things and she's not doing that? I would like to compare this to a tree growing in the mountains. That tree cannot look to the sky and say, hey, I'm growing here. I deserve some rain. That's not how it works in nature. There's a natural process that you can be part of, and to make demands outside that natural process, they just don't work. But what does work? Trees have roots, and nobody has to go around in the forest injecting root growing potion into the tree to make it grow. The roots just naturally grow. That's what they do. And when they go deep, they internally source the water into the tree that the tree needs to survive those dry spells between rain. Where in your life do you need to reposition yourself so your roots can go deeper? Holding on to a mindset like this. Let's say she's giving you the cold shoulder or she's being snarky, and you think, I don't deserve to be treated like that. Let's crack into that mindset. Because guess what, brother? Whatever comment or attitude or words that come out of her mouth about you mean nothing about you. You just think they do. When you treat her like the thermometer, where you're regulating, where are we at? Are we good? Is this moving forward? Does she love me? Is she committed? You're allowing her to be the gauge, and she's not. None of this means anything about you. Is thinking that it does serving you? Decide yes or no. And you can decide to adopt a new mindset or to let the old one go. The amazing thing about this work, brother, is there's not a whole list of shit that you need to start doing. There's just a list of things you need to stop doing. Otherwise, you're being like a houseplant, a tree inside of a flower pot in the house, hoping to God that she notices you need some water on the way out the door and that's going to keep you alive. What are you doing to position yourself in your work, in your hobbies, in your relationship? Where are you moving yourself to so that the natural progress of roots going deeper can happen? It's easy to think about big things like this and thinking maybe I should move to a different town and get a different job and that will allow, and that could very well be true. But what about the small things when you walk in the door tonight and she's not standing there? In fact, maybe she's not even home. What are you going to tell yourself about that? Are you going to think that means something about you? Because that is a place where you can position your thinking, and that new mindset can serve you to where you realize it's just a weather report. It has nothing to do about me. Talk to you next time, brother.